trouble with my basketball career was that I felt horrible about myself. I hated myself. And I had it in my head that, and this is classic depressive thinking, I hate myself. If I work really hard at something and get great at it, then I will feel really good about myself. I love basketball players. I'll get really good at basketball, and then I'll feel good about myself. But it doesn't work that way, and it puts so much pressure on my basketball career, and I was so devoted. I made the junior high team, and I was captain. And before the season started, we had a scrimmage game against my synagogue. I also played on the Synagogue team, and unfortunately, the Synagogue team was not quite as stacked as the junior high team. And so the coach, in order to even out the teams, he suggested I play with my people. And I remember thinking, oh no, I'm gonna put so much pressure on myself. And I did. I thought, I'm not just playing for this synagogue, I'm playing for Yahweh. I'm playing for the synagogue, my rabbi, I'm carrying this religion. And I went out there and I choked. I went 0 for Chai. Chai is 18 in Hebrew and would take the rest of the show to explain to you why. But I couldn't make a shot and we got crushed and I went home and I was inconsolable. I was devastated. I felt I've let down every Jewish person. I have let down Sandy Koufax and Dolph Shays and Gary Shandling and Bugs Bunny. Every Jew I have let down. And I remember I was devastated because I thought, not only am I never going to be a great basketball player, I'm going to hate myself for the rest of my life. And I went into my mother's medicine cabinet, and she had this bottle of sleeping pills. And I opened them up, and I poured them into my hand. And thank God, as I looked at them, I thought to myself, you know, my mom is not much of a housekeeper. And these feel old. Maybe I'm misremembering this, but I remember them. I was like, these are rusty. And it didn't have a child-proof cap. It had a cork. And I remember the thinking, it was, if I take these and they don't work, we're broke. There's going to be an ambulance, an emergency room visit. My mother is going to kill me. So I put the cork back in there, and I put them back in the medicine cabinet, and I just went on suffering silently, which was the only thing you could do back then. The only antidepressants we had access to in the 1970s and 80s pretty much was Snap Out of It and What Have You Got to Be Depressed About? That was the second leading brand of antidepressant. And so I just suffered in silence. And the other thing is, millennials have a much healthier attitude towards sports than we had growing up. Like, I grew up with the expression, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. Which is so easy to poke a hole in. It's the only thing, really? What about collage? Collage is a thing, and infinitely more relaxing than winning, honestly.